guys, so I think it's probably about time that we had another Halloween haul. As always, I spend so much of my free time hunting through Instagram looking for any new Halloween products that are coming out, and I was so excited when one of my favourite UK Halloween stores, October 31st, stated that they were coming out with a new and exciting kind of almost like vintage Halloween inspired range. And these are all kind of pieces which are designed by the actual owner of the store. So if any of you haven't seen any of my October 31st hauls before, I will leave them down below in a playlist. But October 31st stocks loads of Halloween stuff from like all over the place, especially stuff from like America, which are super hard to get hold of here in the UK. Although there are a few kind of custom pieces in his shop, most of it is bought in from other companies. So when he released his post saying that he had hand designed various different things, I was very excited. So I did order one thing from this new collection, and I did order something else from the shop which I was hoping to order anyway, but I was just waiting until I found something else which I wanted to buy so I could like combine the shipping. Since I made this order from October 31st, he has released some more things which are very kind of similar in style, so I'm sure I'll be going back very soon to make another order. So I have actually opened this. I did get this a week or so ago. The shipping was amazing. It was sent out, tracked, signed for, so I always knew where it was in the shipping process. It was also sent out on the day that I ordered it, so it got here really quickly, and the packaging, just prepare yourself for this. I'm going to use my Miscom Lunar pinscription to cover up my address, but look at this packaging. So it's kind of like a black packaging. I tried to kind of rip off the stickers which had the stamp on, but it has this big kind of full moon. There's like trees coming in from the side, gravestones, there's little pumpkins, and on the back of the packaging as well there's lots of little bugs. It says "we stick together" because obviously this is the part which you stick down when you're sending these spooky goodies. And then there's also some kind of like spooky faces here at the bottom. So you've got like a cheeky one, like a squinting one, and like a almost like a classic pumpkin face. So as you can imagine, I was super excited when this arrived at my door. So it's a little bit odd that I've had this packaging sat on the side, but I just wanted to kind of show you the kind of care and attention that goes into these orders. Everything was wrapped in this really nice orange tissue paper. I've also saved this because I'm sure I'll use it in the future for like crafting or sending off my own items. So the first thing which I bought, which is actually the kind of main reason why I made this purchase, was this little Halloween cat cushion, and I love it. This is so gorgeous. If you couldn't tell, I love cushions and I love plushies and things like that. I definitely don't need any more. On a daily basis I see like cushions and plushies which I really want to buy, but I know that I shouldn't because I don't really have any space and I don't really need any. Something I have not been doing so good because I did buy this cushion, and I also bought some Halloween cat plushies as well, so I'll show you those in a different video. But I'm very selective now on what kind of cushions and plushes I buy, but when I saw this cushion I was like, I need this because it is just so perfect. So as you guys know, I absolutely love black cats. I'm a crazy cat lady, and of course I love Halloween, and this is like the signature like Halloween black cat pose, so I was super excited. As I said, this was like designed by the owner of October 31st, and he's obviously sent off and got this made. Now this cushion is quite a good size, as you can see, and it is double-sided. And one of the sort of benefits of following October 31st on Facebook and Instagram is you get kind of the inside scoop, and I saw multiple posts saying that the first like batch of these cushions would be getting sold at a reduced price. If you are to go to his store and buy one of these cushions now, they will cost you £10, which I think is a very reasonable price for the quality and the size of this cushion, but I was able to pick mine up for £5 because this was like the first batch of these cushions, and there are a few tiny imperfections which I'm going to show you. I want to give you a kind of honest review of like what it's like, but even with these imperfections I feel when you're looking at it like straight out like this you cannot see anything wrong, and when he's like sat back in there in my background you're definitely not going to notice any of them. So the kind of main imperfections as such of these cushions is that the October 31st, which is at the bottom, is printed like the wrong way around. It's like mirror flipped. but you can still kind of see what it says. And I do find with logos, I know they're there for a reason, to kind of show you who made them, who designed them, etc. They kind of just blend into the background anyway, and there isn't a logo on this side, so if you were worried about the fact that the logo is like the wrong way around, you could have your cat facing this way. And then the other thing is that there are a few black lines around the seams of this cat, just because he had kind of marked where he wanted the company to sew and like stitch this design, and honestly I feel like this is such a minor thing. I probably wouldn't have even noticed it, honestly, if it wasn't written into the description. So as for the design itself, you can see that it's nice and bold. It is predominantly black and orange with a little bit of white for the eyes. This is a very kind of classic Halloween look, which I absolutely love. It's a very kind of soft material. This black is not a transfer. It is actually printed onto the material itself, so it does give it that very smooth, like seamless feel to it. It has a really nice amount of like cushioning in it, so it's nice and sort of soft. Definitely the kind of cushion that I'd happily like rest my head on if I was reading a book or something, but equally it just looks awesome as like a decorational piece. It is kind of cut around the shape of the cat. Actually from like this side you can't really see any kind of imperfections with the seams, but if you see right at the top here there is a little black line. It's not really a big issue because it hardly ever comes up, but right here on the side you can just see a few black lines. So that was the reason why I got this for slightly cheaper, is just because this was like a test run. Obviously it was his kind of first batch, and here you can see the October 31st logo is backwards. But for £5 I felt like this was a complete steal. These kind of £5 ones sold out so quickly, and he has kind of since then got like a perfected batch which don't have these little imperfections on them, and those, as I said, will be sold for £10. So I am thinking of buying another one so I can have kind of one facing this way with kind of the backwards logo on the other side, and then the other one facing this way without the kind of imperfection of the logo. But as I said, it's not really a big deal to me. So I was really pleased with this cushion. It's really well made. There's no kind of little pulls, there's no sort of loose threads or anything. It's finished off really nicely, and I'm super excited to have this to add into my collection of way too many things. So then I did order a second item. Although shipping is really reasonable, I just generally, like with all shops, I like to kind of order more than one thing just to make it fully worthwhile. So I've been eyeing up this necklace for ages. This necklace cost £5. So to me as well, I thought the cushion was meant to cost £10, but since it had slight imperfection, it was £5. So it's almost like I was getting this necklace as like a free gift. Well, that's kind of how I justified buying it anyway. So it came in this little black pumpkin bag. As always, October 31st added loads of like extra little goodies. He added like vinyl stickers and Halloween pumpkin stickers and little Frankenstein. So he always adds kind of little additional things which just make the whole kind of buying experience a little bit more personal, and I love those kind of little personal touches. And then here is the actual necklace I bought, and hopefully you can see that of course it was a pumpkin. Now you'll be surprised to hear I am becoming rather selective when it comes to jewelry. I have so many necklaces and jewelry pieces, and there's honestly, I could wear a different one every day and I still probably would have only worn half my collection. And the thing with that is now when I see jewelry, a lot of it is very kind of samey to me. It's not that the designs aren't amazing, it's just the fact that I have already got them in some kind of form. But when I saw this one, I thought, well actually I don't have very many pumpkin necklaces. I of course have like my acrylic ones from Simply Gothic, but I don't have any like fully kind of detailed pumpkins. And it was also made of wood, which really interested me, and for a £5 I thought, okay, yes, I'll get it. So this necklace was designed and made by a completely different company, and then as I said, bought in by October 31st. So on the little tag at the top it says creepies, and then it says necklace at the bottom, and it has all these cool little illustrations around the outside. I'm definitely going to be kind of keeping this little packaging, probably putting it in my Halloween scrapbook or something, just because I feel like it is really cute. And then the necklace itself is kept safe in this little plasticky bag. My only kind of reservation to buying this necklace is there's 3 different designs made by the Creepies company, and I had to just basically pick which pumpkin I liked the best. There's this one that kind of looks like an alien with loads of different eyes, which I did really like, and that was like my second choice. There is this one that looks kind of grumpy, but I tend to kind of stick to more happier pumpkins. Apparently I just clicked on that one, so that's what it looks like with all of the eyes. And then this is the one that I actually got, which was the kind of happiest out of the 3 different designs. I probably will go back and buy the kind of alien looking one, because I think that one looks really different. And the thing I liked as well, especially about these designs, is that the pumpkins are all in slightly different shapes. I really do like that small little detail. So now I've shown you the packaging, I can actually take it out. I have been so desperate to wear this necklace, but I did just want to show you how nicely it arrived. So it comes in like a popper bag, although I've just ripped it along the side because I'm just too excited to get into here. Here is the necklace, which comes on a really nice silver chain. I'd say this chain is probably around 16 inches. So first impressions of actually kind of holding this necklace, it feels really nicely made. It feels nice and solid. I was worried that the wood would be really cheap, but it feels like a kind of good thickness of wood. I would say this is almost like a plywood sort of thing, and I do feel like this is going to kind of withstand general wear. It is on a really nice feeling chain. It feels really nice and thick. It doesn't feel like it would break or any of the loops would come apart. So here is the detail on the pumpkin. I love the different shades of orange that are in there, and then his mouth and his eyes are yellow. It does have this kind of sketchy look to it, the way that the kind of eyes have like multiple circles, and I know this kind of to create this sort of depth, like the thickness of the pumpkin that's been kind of cut out, but it does give it that really sketchy look, and it gives it a lot of character, and I do quite like the shape of it. It's not kind of your classic round pumpkin, it's more of like a tall pumpkin. If you turn it this way you can sort of see the wood effect, and it is plain on the back, so if you were feeling particularly creative you could possibly paint this side and make it look like your own pumpkin, so you had sort of a choice of 2. It does have a little hole drilled at the top with this rather large kind of circle on it, which is what the chain goes through. Now this loop is large enough for you to take the chain out. If you did wish to put this on something else, it could very easily go onto like a key ring. You could potentially make it into an earring, or even just put a different chain on it. Perhaps this chain doesn't actually come with an extension chain, as you can see, and the actual kind of links of the chain are too small to kind of change the height. So this is the only kind of height that this necklace could be worn at, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like this will kind of sit very central to the chest, but if you did want this more as like a choker or something, you could change it for a different chain, or maybe like a black cord or something. So it's very versatile. You can definitely kind of switch it up if you'd like to, and I feel like for £5 this seems like a really good quality necklace. So I'm just going to pop this on so I can see the sort of height that it sits at. As I said, I believe this is probably like a 16 or an 18 inch chain. I'm wearing a lot of necklaces today, so it's probably just going to get lost in the chaos. It's very easy to put on. There is the loop that you put the lobster clasp through is very large, so it does just hook in really easily. So as you can see, if I move this on up a bit, it is a very central necklace. It works really nicely with my other kind of main necklaces that I wear. I really like the size of it. I feel like it is standing out quite nicely against my clothing, so I'm really pleased with that. It feels like a good weight. The chain itself does feel heavy, but it's like a really nice thickness, and then the chain itself feels like a really nice thickness. I don't feel like it's going to kind of snap or anything, and just overall I am really pleased with my new pumpkin necklace. So those are the 2 things which I got from October 31st this time round, but as I said, he has brought out a few new things. I just checked his website. He has still cat cushions in stock. He's brought out a candy corn cushion, which I'm going to need to get my hands on at some point. There's a cauldron cushion, there's a tombstone cushion, so there's lots of different varieties. He has also brought out an amazing candle range. There's various different styles. I know one of them has a pumpkin on, one has like a Halloween cat on. They are all like generally spooky and Halloween themed, so I would also like to get my hands on one of the candles. The only reason I didn't buy a candle this time around is that my desk is chock-a-block with candles right now. I have so many candles to burn my way through, so I figured I would withdraw from buying a candle this time around, but I'm not gonna lie and say that there isn't one in my basket right this very moment. As I said, I'll leave everything you need down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!